Hey guys, it's Bombbuster72 back again for another knife review. Today we're going to look at the Bad Blood Knives Kendrick designed Dreadnaught Fixed Blade. Now this is a production knife of Sean Kendrick's custom knife. If you're like me and you really can't afford a custom knife, this is a good way to get something that it was at least a custom design, and now it's become a production model. You know, it's really well made, and it's probably falls somewhere in quality in between a normal, mass-produced production knife and that custom knife. And for the price, it is definitely a good entry level to get into that market. So let me tell you a little bit about this thing. The total length is listed as 9 11/16 of an inch, and the blade is 4 11/16. And it didn't have the thickness listed there, but I measured it out. It's right around 3/16, somewhere in that range. The steel is a stainless steel. It's an 8 CR14. The sheath on this knife is really well put together. It is riveted Kydex. It's really well made, and the one thing I really like about this is the spacing on these two over here is the same as on this side. So if you want to, you can flip this over to the other side. For you lefties, this is perfect. You can actually mount it to the other side, and because it's very symmetrical, it doesn't have any problems. Anyway guys, I decided that I needed to do some different tests for this one because this is really not a chopping knife. This is more of a skinning, slashing, slicing type of knife. So I'm going to do a little bit different on the tests. So anyway, let's get to those and let's check it out. So let's see how sharp this thing is. So it's, as you can see, it's pretty sharp. We'll come back and try that again after the rest of the test, and we'll see just how much it retains that edge. This isn't really a chopping tool, so we're not going to do much in the way of chopping. We're not going to chop through a big old, log with this thing, because really that's not what it's made for. So we're going to try to test it in ways that it actually might be used. Okay, so this is a piece of leather. It's probably 1/8 inch thick, something around there, and it's pretty stiff. I mean, it's not rawhide or anything like that, but it is pretty stiff. You can see it just slices right through that stuff. Now I wanted to see just how good this would do at slashing something, so we're going to try it on this. We're just going to see. Hopefully this will work. You guys can see what we got here. About right there, about halfway through. So here's what we got on that one. Pretty good slash, right? Oh, I wouldn't want that. So now let's see how it just handles some of this basic stripping of branches here. You can see it slices pretty good through this stuff. And we still slice through leather without really any problem. Paper, no problem. We are going to take it out. We're going to try it out on this little piece here. We're going to chop just a little bit, just to see that just to show that you could do it if you had to. Obviously, this is really not made for this, and it shows for sure. Yeah, so you can see, I mean, it really isn't made for this kind of stuff. but you can do it in a pinch. And it seems to be still pretty sharp, so let's see. You can see it's still quite sharp. Alright guys, I also wanted to show you, as far as how this would work for skinning. Obviously I don't have anything here to be doing any skinning, but I wanted to show you how it works here. Essentially we're peeling the top layer of this piece of leather off of here, and it works quite well at that. Now, if you guys can see, this is paper thin slices that we're getting off of there. Alright guys, so now that the tests are done, let me tell you what I think about this thing. First off, some negatives. Honestly, I'm not really seeing too much in the way of negatives. I really like this knife a lot. I wasn't sure I was going to like the pinned on handles, but I have no problems with them whatsoever. They are definitely solid. They look really nice. They're a mosaic pin. Really, they are solid as can be. And my favorite type of handle, it's got G10 on the sides. I really like G10. I also like micarta, but I think G10 just feels a lot smoother. It's a very warm and comfortable type of material for being synthetic. I also like the fact that this thing actually really kept its edge really well. The edge is ground a little bit finer so that it is a little bit better at slicing and slashing and things like that. It would be really good for skinning with that nice round curve to it. It'd be really good for that. Really guys, I think for what this is, and as long as you're using it for its proper intended purpose, I think you guys will really enjoy this knife. It is really nice. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to like and share it. And you can always subscribe by clicking on the bullet. And until next time, take care and be safe.